They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, VJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 2. Play action. Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one, because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's right, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Byron Young there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Operating from the gun. Purdy going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Wizards go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But you look at this defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And incomplete.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is intercepted.
Let's go now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Broncos. 19 Titans. 19 Titans.
2nd and 4. He'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now an audible here into something else.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pass complete there to Nacua. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 65 catch. 65 catch.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
To the right side and complete to Atwell. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action here. Purdy. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got Ayuk once again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal. But when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Purdy from the gun.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
2nd and 5. Caught left side, Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd and 2.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now they're in the hurry-up.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
On play action, they'll throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
32.
Stafford on first down.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
18
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Wizards are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Short throw, it's Higbee.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A gain of 32 that time.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
McCaffrey is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, Curve 19, Curve 19.
They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
70 Rangers. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. 19 Kite. 19 Kite. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something to feel.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth. Felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's right. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3rd and 3.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9.
It got his man complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Wizards are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
7 Pirates, go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 3. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This one swung out to Williams.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Tokyo,
hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.